Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are just a few forms of social media that the world seems to be addicted to, but believe it or not, there are certain celebrities who wouldn't touch these things with a 10-foot pole. So while some stars have fully embraced the power of social media, Taylor Swift, other famous faces are saying thanks but no thanks when it comes to joining these online communities. And some of their reasons why might actually surprise you. And that is why we are here today, my friends. We're giving you 7 celebrities who will never join social media. First up, we have Jennifer Lawrence. She once compared having to share random thoughts via Twitter to punishment. And aside from that, J-Law also said this during an interview with BBC One.
Forget Twitter. I'm not very good on phones or technology. I can not really keep up with email, so the idea of Twitter is so unthinkable to me. I don't really understand what it is. It's like this weird enigma that people talk about, and it's fine. I respect that. But no, I'll never get a Twitter. And if you ever see a Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter that says it's me, it most certainly is not. Because the internet has scorned me so much that I feel like it's like that girl in high school that I'm like, oh, you want to talk about her? Yeah, I'll do that. I'd love to take my hoops off.
Coming in at 2, we have the notoriously private Kristen Stewart. It shouldn't come as a huge surprise that this gal would be anti-social media. I mean, considering she didn't even really acknowledge her 3-year-long relationship with Robert Pattinson until after the affair. And you really shouldn't hold your breath for K-Stew to join Twitter, Facebook, or any of the above, and for rather good reasoning too. During an interview, she revealed, quote, Twitter me over every day of my life because people go, I'm sitting next to Kristen Stewart right now, and then the paparazzi show up, I see people on their phones, and I just want to take these cookies and throw them. It's like, get off your phone and get a life. Bam! Tell us how you really feel, Kristen. Side note though, she did recently say that she has a private Instagram account to keep up with her friends, so never say never, we guess. Moving along, we have Amy Poehler coming in at number 3. Though the actress does have her Ask Amy YouTube channel where she beautifully answers fan questions about love, life, and everything in between, Amy is not big on having social media for herself, saying this. I'm not a real social media person. I'm not on Twitter. I try not to read too much online because I always get my feelings hurt, even if someone's flattering you. Like somebody tweeting, call me crazy, but I think Amy Poehler's attractive. And you're like, okay, thank you. For what it's worth, Amy, we totally love you. All right, taking the number 4 spot is Chris Hemsworth. Though some of his Avengers co-stars have surprisingly joined Twitter and various forms of social media, I mean, who would have thought we'd ever see the day where Robert Downey Jr. was tweeting? But Chris, well, he has absolutely no interest in any of that. About it, he said, quote, I think there's a danger of being overexposed with that stuff. The mystery of who you are is what keeps people interested in wanting to see you on the screen. Also, it's easier for them to believe you as that character if they don't know too much about you. Okay, we see his point. That actually makes sense. And moving on, though many people in their late teens and early 20s are all about Instagram and Snapchat, Dakota Fanning is certainly not one of them. Looks like peer pressure never got to her. She actually said that it's just not for her and that she doesn't have a Facebook or Twitter, adding that she won't ever join social media, even joking that there's plenty of celeb imposters out there and that there are plenty of Dakota Fannings already on Twitter. And another celebrity who's very much anti-Twitter is Tina Fey. In fact, she hates it so much, she wants to be in charge of Twitter. Well, sort of. You know what? We'll just let her explain.
I would say like you should have to have a license to be on Twitter. When 30 Rock ended, they're like, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to be in charge of the Twitter licenses.
So how would you get the license?
You would give me 10 samples of what you thought you might want to talk about, and I would talk to you about whether that was something we all needed to know. Why is like everyone needs to have an audience for like every moment of their life?
Can we make that happen like pronto? And landing the final spot is Ms. Mila Kunis. Though her fiance and now baby daddy Ashton Kutcher was one of the very first people to embrace Twitter, remember he was actually the first person to reach 1 million followers, well, it seems as though Mila isn't as keen on the idea. She has said that she sees no point in social media, and she actually said this, Quote, "It frightens me. It does. I just don't think people need to know when I'm going to the restroom. What am I gonna tweet? Like, hey, now I'm moving from room to room." I don't really know what I would tweet people. Good point. And we know that a lot of these people said they'd never join social media, and we actually think you should never say never, right? But seriously, what do you think of these stars and their decisions to stay off of social media? Do you understand where they're coming from, or should they just learn to embrace the interwebs? Get the conversation going in the comments section below. And also, thanks to our friends at teen.com, our partner on this video. In fact, you can click the link below to teen.com to check out a few other celebrities who have said no way Jose to social media. And don't forget to click over here to see a bunch of celebrity photos that came this close to breaking the internet. And make sure you also subscribe. I'm your host, Dana Ward. Thanks so much for checking out Clevver News. We'll catch you next time.